So Migrations, as the name suggests, is about migrating. And it's a series of different stories that are interwoven about people who've migrated and also a group of birds who are migrating, and they're played by a children's chorus. Working on it was not like anything I've ever done before, because we started in a room with all the writers and myself and the director and the production staff, literally starting to kind of put together the different stories, seeing how they would interweave, them giving me their stories to write music for. I felt a real sense of responsibility to try and make sure that all the nuances of the different stories that are brought out by those different writers happen in the music.
It's so diverse, and it's scored for a sort of standard romantic orchestra with the addition of sitar and tabla and also guitar and harpsichord. So you can already tell that we're sort of pushing into different musical landscapes. And I think that's what's really interesting about the piece, because each story has its own distinct sound world and each story actually has its own musical theme.
For me, it's the biggest cast I've ever been part of. It's a cast of over 100. And from what I've gathered as well, it's, for an opera, it's particularly diverse as well. And so that seems to be quite innovative. And for this to be new writing is super exciting. For me, I'm just sitting back and listening to the talent. Like, the instruments people have is so inspiring.
Personally, I've not had that many opportunities to play Indian characters within opera or musicals before. And that's really exciting. For me also, I come from a medical family, so again, it just feels like I can tap into things that my parents may have experienced coming over here. We get to sing and dance, there's Bollywood dance, and it's just, it's joyful, but also it's empowering. It's empowering to be able to connect to your roots in this way.
The challenges of putting on a piece like this, because we've got 6 different stories, but they're stories that haven't been told before as well, and certainly in an operatic way before, and musically. There are real challenges that come with that, because there's language and themes which are really quite confronting, particularly, I think, even for the audience there will be, but also for the cast members and creative teams as well. Navigating that has also been a really interesting part of the process.
I think it's very important that art tells stories of today, and I think our global sense has never been as it is now, and Migrations is a story which looks at that, you know, people coming from different countries, people across different times. These are issues that affect us all in different ways.
Nira says, no land is untouched by foreign feet, and she says no one is unmixed, and it's kind of this idea that if we embrace and honour other people, other cultures, we've all got different backgrounds, and that's what this piece celebrates, everybody from different backgrounds coming together to produce something beautiful, and that's what these stories are about.
When people come and experience Migrations, I hope that they will be blown away by the wonderful singing and the staging and the orchestral playing that WNO are going to produce for them.
They should come to see it, to see new stories being told by, let's face it, a cast that looks quite different to what's been on the stage before in many opera houses, and that's a real positive thing. Will writes in a very accessible way, so if people are worried about coming to see contemporary opera and contemporary music, you know, there will be much to enjoy for them in the music.
I want people to be really moved by it as well. I want them to really engage in all of the characters, so that when they go away and as they start thinking about these things, there's also a sense of something kind of powerful, beautiful, meaningful that's come to them in the music.